Hello guys, today's concept is the Citizenship Act 1955. Mainly there are 19 sections in this act. In that section 11 and section 12 are omitted and 19th section is repealed. There are four schedules, number 1, 2, 3 and 4. In that schedule 1 and schedule 4 are repealed. Mainly the total act divided into three parts: acquisition of citizenship, overseas citizenship, termination of citizenship. Acquisition, that is nothing but in the previous semester we learned the subject Land Acquisition Act. In that Land Acquisition Act means the land can be taken for the sake of public purpose. The government will taken the land from the private persons. Like that, we have to take the citizenship from the government. Nothing but second one is overseas. You are in out of the country, but you want to take the citizenship in this country. So at that time you are in the point of overseas citizenship. Now termination of citizenship. Termination means nothing but removal. In that removal there are three subparts we will see in the next slides. Now point 1, acquisition of citizenship. Section 3 explains citizenship by birth. Section 4 explains citizenship by descent. Section 5 explains citizenship by registration. Section 6 explains the citizenship by naturalization. But 6A and 6B are latestly amended in the 2019 Act of Citizenship Act. Section 7 is nothing but citizenship by incorporation of territory. Incorporation is nothing but registration. We can previously last semester in the Company Act, incorporation is nothing but registration. That is, a new territory was registered into the Indian territory. At that time, some rules and regulations. In section 3, every person born in India. For the first point is subclass A, on or after the 26th January, but before the first day of July 1987, and subclass B says that on or after 1st July of 1987 but before the commencement of Citizenship Act 2003, and either of whose of parents of citizen of India and at the time of his birth. Point C, on or after of the commencement of the Citizenship Act 2003 where point 1, both of his parents are citizens of India. Point 2, one of whose parents either citizenship of India, and most important point is other one is not a illegal migrant at the time of birth. Now section 2, a person shall not be a citizen by virtue of this section at the time of his birth. The first point is either of his mother or father possess an immunity from his suits and legal process accorded to the envoy of foreign service power accredited to President of India, and he or she case but maybe he is not a citizen of India. Second point, his father or mother is an enemy alien and the birth occurs in a place then under the occupation by the enemy. Now the section 4, citizenship by descent. Descent is the meaning of origin or in Telugu Santati. A person born outside India shall be a citizen of India by descent. Subclass A, on or after the 26th January 1950 but before the day of 10th of December 1992 if his father is a citizen of India at the time of his birth. Section B, on or after 10th December 1992 if either of his parents is a citizen of India at the time of his birth. Citizenship by registration. A person of Indian origin who is ordinarily resident in India for 7 years before making an application for registration. That is nothing but you are not a citizen of India but you are coming on the point of work visa, student visa or any visa, you are coming to here, then you have to live here up to 7 years, then only you make an application for the citizenship by registration. In America you know that green card 5 years, but in India 7 years. Now subclass B, a person of Indian origin who is ordinarily resident in any country or place outside undivided India. That is nothing but British India. Undivided India is nothing but British India. Subclass C, a person who is married to a citizen of India and is ordinarily resident in India for 7 years before making an application for registration. Subclass D, minor children of persons who are citizens of India. And subclass E, a person of full age and capacity whose parents are registered as citizens of India under class A, that is nothing but ordinary resident in India for 7 years, then only he making an application, and in that class A and subsection or subsection 1 of 6, that is nothing but here only same point. Now coming to citizenship by naturalization, then what is the meaning of naturalization? Naturalization refers to the process allowing a foreigner who lives in one country to become a citizen of another country. For example, foreigner must live for an extended period in the country. He wishes to become a citizen of the country. That is nothing but naturalization. In the naturalization, section 1 and section 2 or subclass 1 and subclass 2, where an application is made by prescribed manner by any person of full age and capacity for the grant of certificate of naturalization to him. The central government, if satisfied the applicant is qualified for naturalization under this provision of Schedule 3, grant him to certificate of naturalization. Subclass 2, the person to whom a certificate of naturalization is granted under subsection 1 shall, on taking the oath of allegiance in the form specified in Schedule 2, be a citizen of India by naturalization as from the date on which the certificate is granted. That is nothing but the foreigner, he must be settled in one country, then only he makes an application and then only he gets certificate of naturalization, then he take the oath according to the Schedule 2 subclass 1 and certificate is granted. Special provisions as to citizenship of persons covered by the Assam Accord says that section 6A subclass A says that Assam means the territories included in the state of Assam immediately before the commencement of the Citizenship Amendment Act 1985. Subclass B, directed to be a foreigner means directed to be a foreigner in accordance with the provisions of the Foreigners Act 1946 and the Foreigners Order 1964 by a tribunal constituted under the said order. Subclass C, specified territory means the territories included in Bangladesh immediately before the commencement of Citizenship Amendment Act 1985. Subclass D, a person shall be deemed to be the Indian origin if he or either of his parents or any of his grandparents was born in undivided India, that is nothing but British India. Subclass E, a person shall be deemed to have been detected a foreigner on the date on which a tribunal constituted with a foreign order 1964 submit its opinion to that effect that he is a foreigner to the office or authority concerned. Special provisions as to citizenship of persons covered by provision to class B of subsection 1 of section 2. In that subclass 1, the central government or an authority specified by it in the behalf of may, subject to such conditions, restrictions and manner as may be prescribed on an application made in this behalf, grant a certificate of naturalization or certificate of registration to a person referred to in the provisions of class B of subsection 1 of section 2. Subclass 2, subject to the fulfillment of the conditions specified in section 5 or the qualifications for the naturalization under the provisions of third schedule subclass 2, a person granted certificate of registration or certificate of naturalization under subsection 1 shall be deemed to be citizen of India from the date of the entry into India. Second most important point is overseas citizenship. That is nothing but section 7A, section 7B, section 7D. In section 7A, registration of overseas citizen of Indian holder. Section 7B, conferment rights on overseas citizen of Indian holder. Section 7C, renunciation of overseas citizen of Indian card. Section 7D, cancellation of registration as overseas citizen of Indian card holder. Section 7, citizenship by incorporation of territory. If any territory becomes a part of India, then the central government may, by order notified in the official gazette, specify that persons who shall be citizens of India by reason of their connection with the territory, and those persons shall be citizens of India as from the date and specified in the order. Now in that point section 7a, registration of overseas citizens of Indian card holder. In the subclass A, any person of full age and capacity. Subclass 1, who is a citizen of another country but he was a citizen of India at the time or at any time after the commencement of the constitution, or who is a citizen of another country but he was eligible, or he or him her he was eligible to become a citizen of India at the time of commencement of the constitution, or who is a citizen of another country but belonged to a territory that became part of India after the 15th August 1947, or who is a child of, grandchild or great grandchild of such citizen, or a person who is a minor child of a person mentioned in class A, or a person who is a minor child and whose both parents are citizens of India, or one of the parents of citizen of India. Section 7b, conferment of rights on overseas citizen of Indian card holder. Notwithstanding anything contained in any other law for the time being in force, an overseas citizen of Indian card holder shall be entitled to such rights other than the rights specified in under subsection 2, as the central government may by notification in the official gazette specify in this behalf. Subclass 2, an overseas citizen of Indian card holder shall not be entitled to the rights conferred on a citizen of India. Subclass A, under Article 16 of the Constitution with regard to the equality of opportunity in the matter of public employment. Subclass 2, under Article 58 of the Constitution for election as a president. Subclass 3, under Article 66 of the Constitution for election as a vice president. Subclass D, under Article 124 of the Constitution for appointment of Judge of Supreme Court. Subclass 5, under Article 217 of the Constitution of the appointment of Judge of High Court. Section 7c, renunciation of overseas citizen of Indian card holder. Subclass 1, if any overseas citizen of Indian card holder of full age and capacity makes in prescribed manner and a declaration renouncing the card registering him as an overseas citizen of Indian card holder, the declaration shall be registered by the central government, and upon such registration the person shall cease to be an overseas citizen of Indian card holder. Subclass 2, where a person ceases to be an overseas citizen of Indian card holder under subsection 1, the spouse of foreign origin of that person who has obtained overseas citizen of Indian card holder under class D of subsection 1, section 7a, and every minor child of that person registered as an overseas citizen of Indian card holder shall thereupon cease to be an overseas citizen of Indian card holder. Section 7d, cancellation of registration as a overseas citizen of Indian card holder. The central government may by order cancel the registration granted under subsection 1 of 7a if it is satisfied that the registration as an overseas citizen of Indian card holder was obtained by means of fraud, false representation, or the concealment of any material fact, or the overseas citizen of Indian card holder has shown that disaffection towards the Constitution of India as by law established, or the overseas citizen of Indian card holder has during any war in which India may be engaged, unlawfully traded or communicated with an enemy, or been engaged or in association with any business or commercial activity that was to his knowledge carried on such manner and to assist an enemy in that war, or the overseas citizen of Indian card holder within 5 years after registration with the subsection 1 of section 7a has been sentenced imprisonment for a term of not less than 2 years. Now third important part is termination of citizenship. In that, 3 types: renunciation, termination and deprivation of citizenship. Section 8, renunciation of citizenship. If any citizen of India of full age and capacity makes in the prescribed manner a declaration renouncing his Indian citizenship, the declaration shall be registered by the prescribed authority, and upon such registration that person shall cease to be a citizen of India, provided that if any such declaration is made during any war in which India may be engaged, or registration thereof shall be withheld until the central government otherwise directs, where a person ceases to be citizen of India under subsection 1, every minor child of that person shall thereupon cease to be a citizen of India, provided that any such child may within 1 year after attaining of full age make a declaration that he wishes to resume Indian citizenship and shall thereupon again become a citizen of India. Section 9, termination of citizenship. Subclass 1. Any citizen of India who by naturalization, registration or otherwise voluntarily acquires that he has at any time between the 26th January 1950 and the commencement of the Act and voluntarily acquire citizenship of another country shall upon such acquisition or as the case may be such commencement of the cease to be citizen of India. Here the voluntarily acquired, we will discuss in the Article 5 to 11 of the Constitution explains the citizenship. Okay. Subclass 2. If any question arises to whether, when or how any has acquired the citizenship of any other country, it shall be determined by such authority in such manner and having a regard to such rules of evidence as may be prescribed in this behalf. Section 10. Deprivation of citizenship. A citizen of India who is such by naturalization, by virtue of only class C of Article 5 of citizenship or by registration otherwise than under class B of section 2 of Article 6 of the Constitution, class A of subsection 1 of section 5 of this Act shall cease to be citizen of India if he is deprived of the citizenship by an order of the central government under this section. Subject to the provisions of the section, the central government may by order deprive any citizen of Indian citizenship if it is satisfied that the registration or certificate of naturalization was obtained by means of fraud, false representation or the concealment of any material fact, and subclass B that citizen has shown himself by act or by speech to the disloyal or disaffected towards the Constitution of India as by law established, or the citizen has within 5 years after registration or naturalization he has been sentenced in any country to imprisonment for a term not less than 2 years. Section 3. The central government shall not be deprive any person of citizen under this section unless if it is satisfied that is not conducive to the public good that the person should continue to be a citizen of India. Thank you for watching the video. Please like, comment, share and subscribe to Josh Legal Concepts. Thank you.